On February 4, 2025, the world watched as President Trump unveiled a controversial plan for the Gaza Strip. Speaking from the White House, Trump declared that the United States would take control of the troubled territory, aiming to transform it into a beacon of peace and prosperity. This unexpected declaration sent shockwaves through the international community, raising questions about the feasibility and ethical implications of such a bold move. Trump, known for his unconventional approach to foreign policy, framed the plan as a historic opportunity to resolve one of the world's most intractable conflicts. Trump's announcement marked a significant departure from traditional U.S. policy in the region. It signaled a shift away from the long-standing approach of mediating between Israel and Palestine towards a more direct and assertive role. The announcement came as a surprise to many, even within the U.S. government. It followed a meeting between Trump and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, fueling speculation about the extent of Israeli involvement in the plan's development. The lack of prior consultation with Palestinian leaders immediately raised concerns about the plan's legitimacy and potential for success. Trump's vision for Gaza, as he described it, was ambitious and audacious. He envisioned a future where the Gaza Strip, long synonymous with conflict and suffering, would be transformed into a thriving hub of economic activity. This transformation, according to Trump, would be fueled by international investment and overseen by the United States. The plan, however, hinged on a controversial element: the relocation of Gaza's Palestinian population. This proposal, met with immediate resistance from Palestinians and skepticism from the international community, would prove to be a major obstacle to the plan's implementation. The announcement of the Gaza plan thrust the Israeli-Palestinian conflict back into the global spotlight. It ignited a firestorm of debate and speculation, dividing opinions along familiar lines. While some cautiously welcomed the prospect of a new approach, many expressed deep reservations about the plan's feasibility and its potential consequences for the region's already fragile stability. The coming days and weeks would reveal the true extent of international support for Trump's vision and the willingness of key players to engage in a process that promised to be as challenging as it was unpredictable. Please subscribe, comment, and like to stay updated. Central to Trump's vision for Gaza was a massive redevelopment effort. The plan, as outlined by the White House, called for the dismantling of unexploded ordnance, the leveling of destroyed buildings, and the construction of new infrastructure. This ambitious undertaking, according to Trump, would transform Gaza into the French Riviera of the Middle East, attracting international investment and creating a hub of economic activity. The plan's proponents argued that such a transformation would not only benefit the region economically, but also serve as a model for peaceful coexistence. Trump's plan relied heavily on the participation of the international community, both in terms of financing and expertise. The administration claimed that several countries had already expressed interest in investing in the redevelopment project, though no specific commitments were announced. The plan envisioned a public-private partnership model, with the U.S. government providing initial funding and guarantees to attract private investors. This approach, while not unprecedented, raised concerns about transparency and accountability, particularly given the Trump administration's history of opaque dealings. The economic viability of the plan remained a subject of intense debate. Critics argued that the scale of investment required to transform Gaza, a territory ravaged by years of conflict and neglect, was unrealistic. They pointed to the lack of a comprehensive economic plan and the absence of a clear legal framework for investment as major obstacles. Furthermore, they questioned the long-term sustainability of a plan so heavily reliant on external funding and the goodwill of international actors. Despite the grand vision and promises of economic prosperity, the Gaza plan lacked crucial details. The administration provided no concrete timelines for the redevelopment process, nor did it clarify the legal mechanisms that would govern the U.S.'s role in governing Gaza. This lack of transparency fueled skepticism and raised concerns about the potential for mission creep and the unintended consequences of such a significant U.S. intervention in the region. The relocation proposal, as part of Trump's Gaza plan, quickly emerged as a contentious element. The idea of relocating Gaza's Palestinian population was met with immediate resistance and skepticism. Palestinians saw it as an attempt to displace them from their land, while the international community questioned the ethics and feasibility of such a move. This proposal became a major obstacle to the plan's implementation and sparked intense debate about the future of the region. As the details of the Gaza plan unfolded, reactions ranged from cautious support to outright outrage. Some saw it as a bold new approach that could bring much-needed change to the region. Others viewed it as a reckless gamble with potentially disastrous consequences. The plan's controversial elements, especially the relocation proposal, fueled a growing backlash. International leaders, human rights organizations, and Palestinian representatives voiced their strong objections, casting doubt on the plan's viability and the U.S.'s role in the region's future. So, here we are setting the stage for what's to come. You know, there's a lot of anticipation in the air. People are curious, some are hopeful, and others, well, they're a bit skeptical. But one thing's for sure, everyone's paying attention. We're about to dive into the details of Trump's plan. What's it all about? How will it impact us? Let's find out together. Throughout history, this region has seen its fair share of violence. Conflicts have erupted time and again, leaving deep scars on the land and its people. From ancient battles to modern skirmishes, the cycle of violence seems never-ending. Yet, amidst the chaos, there have always been glimmers of hope, moments when peace seemed within reach, only to be shattered once more. In the ever-changing landscape of global politics, alliances shift like the sands of time. Once steadfast allies can become adversaries overnight, and former enemies may find common ground. This uncertainty casts a long shadow over the future, making it difficult to predict what lies ahead. Nations must navigate these turbulent waters carefully, balancing their interests with the need for stability and peace. The journey of transformation is seldom smooth, and it comes at a significant human cost. Families are displaced, lives are uprooted, and communities are torn apart. The emotional and psychological toll is immense, leaving scars that may never fully heal. Yet, amid the suffering, there are stories of resilience and strength, of people who, despite the odds, continue to hope for a better tomorrow. As plans for the future are laid out, uncertainty looms large. The path ahead is fraught with challenges and unknowns. Will these plans bring about the desired change, or will they falter under the weight of their own ambition? Only time will tell. For now, all we can do is move forward with cautious optimism, aware of the risks, but hopeful for a brighter future.